Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lady Rage on Geek Radio, and there's been just a slight change of guest today on the show. Today we are having Cesar Diaz on the show, and if I'm not mistaken, he is the founder and the CEO for Video Games United. Hello, Curtis, and how are you today?
I'm good. Actually, Curtis couldn't make it today, so
Oh, Curtis, my bad. Sorry.
yeah, so I'm filling in for him.
I meant Caesar. I am so sorry.
No, you're fine.
And I'd like to apologize to everybody for us starting late today. Technical difficulties.
These things happen.
Now, I'm gonna have to refigure my questions. Um, I'm so sorry. So you are the CEO and the founder of Video Games United, right?
Uh-huh.
And can you tell us a little bit about Video Gamers United?
Sure. So basically, one of the things that we noticed was that there wasn't any really huge, spectacular type video game conventions happening in the Mid-Atlantic. And I'm a big time gamer, so I kind of wanted to bring that out to this area. And so it's coming up this weekend. We're gonna have a bunch of guest speakers, celebrity gaming tournaments, cash prize tournaments, cosplay contests, a whole bunch of good stuff. So I really hope you guys can come and make it out.
Now, when did you come up with the idea for the new con?
Actually, we've been planning this for well over a year. Um, it was going to be something real small, almost intimate, and it kind of grew into what Video Gamers United is today. Like I said, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of good things, and it's going to be a yearly event in DC. So this is something that everyone can expect to come year round.
Now, this con is just for video gamers. Video games, correct? No tabletops, card games, stuff like that. Am I right?
This year, mostly video games, PC, mobile games, but next year, we'll incorporate a little bit more as we go along. Right now, the way things were kind of done, we just wanted to get it out the door, So, but next year, definitely, we're gonna incorporate a hell of a lot more.
Now, do you think like next year you would have games tournaments like Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments or a Pokemon tournament?
I don't see why not. I'm definitely not opposed to it. I wanted to bring in a company that is well known for doing card games and stuff like that this year, but they weren't able to due to schedule conflicts.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, well, if they're not able to do it next year, I do know somebody who holds the tournaments here in Raleigh, North Carolina, the anime summit that we have every year.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm willing to take in anybody that's willing to work with us. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'll send you his in, oh, I don't have you on Facebook.
No, I mean you could put it on the Video Gamers United Facebook, or you could just shoot me an email with that information. But yeah, definitely, that's something that we could definitely incorporate, have a separate room for and everything.
Awesome. I'll get you that information one way or the other.
hmm
Now let's start talking a little bit about the panel. What type of panels do you have?
We've got a lot of panels actually. We've got Evolution of Gaming, where we're gonna have a lot of the legendary people that were in the video game industry from the beginning and have done some great work. We've got the women in gaming panel, which is just basically talking to. We're gonna have a few women out there and even some guys that are gonna be speaking about the role that women play in the video game industry and the different aspects within the video game industry. So it's not necessarily a programmer or a writer. I mean, we've got some of those too, but we try to encompass um, all aspects of the gaming industry. We've got getting your game funded, which we're gonna have some folks that ran successful Kickstarter campaigns for their games and basically talk about the trials and tribulations that they've had with getting their games to market. We've got the zombie cosplay makeup panel, which is going to basically show you how to do, zombie makeup from three different aspects. So basically, like materials that you can find around your home, and then she's going to take it up a step by showing you, things you could purchase from, low price materials that you can purchase, and then to like the real, professional style zombie makeup. Um, we've got yeah we've got a bunch of panels. We got about three each day. So yeah, you guys can check the website out and see what all we've got going on. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Now, I just might go and check that one out. I love zombies. I'm like a zombie freak.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, she's done a lot of good work. Rebecca Hawk. She's also judging our cosplay costume contest with the $1,000 cash prize. So if you're listening out there and you like cosplay, then definitely come check that out.
Now, how big of a play do you think that women have had in the gaming industries?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How big of how big of a play do you think that women have been in the gaming industries? How big of a role play?
A large role actually. Looking at statistics now, it's pretty much split down the middle as far as players in the video game world. It's usually split between men and women. So a lot of the women are they love video games. It's right up there with the guys. I don't think they surpassed them just yet, but they're pretty close. And if you like something, a lot of times, you'll end up doing what you love or try to anyway. And a lot of those women have been doing that. So, and it's not even just, like I said, not even just video games, like people like yourself where you have a platform where you get to talk about these type of things. So, you could be a blogger, you could be a vlogger, just, any kind of aspect that you're contributing to the video gaming world. I think it's going to be, that would constitute as having a role in the gaming industry. I don't know if that answers your question fully, but but
Yeah,
it's pretty wide. They could fit in anywhere.
and I do like the one panel that you're having where you can where they're talking about gaming your getting your games funded. I think that's really great that you have somebody on there and you're willing to try and help new game developers.
Definitely, yeah. The thing is, there's so many people out there that are that are developers, and this area is so rich with indie game developers that I think they're very good developers, but they might lack the skills needed the business skills needed to kind of launch a game. Not saying they're all like that, but there might be some, and if we could put a panel together where it'll it'll help the audience kind of find their way and find, maybe they could say something that'll click in their head and say, oh wow, I can do this to help push my game along to the next level and get it funded to the and present it to the masses. So I think that's kind of what we're trying to do.
Well, I applaud you for that. I know a lot of game developers that need help with that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I hope they spread the word, let them know about that talk. I think it's going to be a really good talk. We've got one of the guys from Muse Games. They did like I think three or four extremely successful Kickstarter campaigns for their games. One being Guns of Icarus, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've got a wealth of knowledge to pass along to the audience.
Right. I like helping game indie I'm sorry. My tongue is just not working with my brain today. I love helping out the indie game developers because there's so many of them trying to get the foot in the door, and it is so hard for them to do.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand. They make some amazing games. I mean, I don't think you need to have a multi-million-dollar budget to make an amazing game every time. I mean, you could look at a game like Limbo that came out, and that's one of my favorite indie games. And it's kind of a pop game now, but when it first came out, it was indie, and and I think that was just an awesome game. It was 2D side scroller, no colors, it was all in black and white, and I just thought that was um, an amazing concept, storyline. The game was fun. I love puzzle games, so I thought there's so many games out there that are like that I think that it warrants a platform to be, showcased.
I agree with you 100%. Now, if you don't mind, I want to name off some of your guests.
Sure.
And you have a very impressive list of guests, I see. You have Roger E. Peterson,
Oh yeah.
Richard Apcar Scott Miller.
Mhm.
I hope I pronounced her name right. Elaine Stern,
Mhm.
Amanda Lang, and that's just to name a few of them.
Yeah, and like I said, these are some of the they're like powerhouses in the video game industry. Some of these guys, like I said, like I was saying earlier, Roger Peterson, he's done so much. He's even helped us out a lot with getting some of these guests. He's so well respected within the video game industry, and he's such an amazingly nice guy. Like he was so helpful and willing to help us out with some of this stuff. So I really appreciate him and helping us get some of these panel speakers.
That is amazing for him to reach out to you guys like that.
Yeah, he's just been awesome. I mean, it's like he's an IGDA member, and so are we, and we're working with the IGDA in DC. So they've been extremely helpful with us as well. A lot of those guys that are members of the that community are going to be that chapter of the IGDA are going to be at our convention. So they're going to have their little indie alley set up.
Now, do you have a lot of the indie gamers going to be at your convention setting up, or is it just a small handful?
Oh no, no, no. There's gonna be quite a few. Like I said, we're trying to showcase some of their great work. And they're gonna be showing some of their PC games and mobile games. So I definitely think if you wanna play something that you've never seen before, some really cool games, and that way you could either go home and download them right away, or even purchase them there if they're selling them. But yeah, definitely never before seen games that you'll be able to kind of test out and play.
Now, when Curtis was on the show, we were talking a little bit about Oya, and he was trying to contact them. Were you guys able to contact them and get them to come?
Unfortunately not. Again, it was one of those like kind of scheduling conflicts. I know there was some internal within their company. There was some internal I don't want to say issues, but I guess discussions. But we've got the ePlanetarium that's doing the Discovery Dome, and that is kind of amazing. It's going to be like this huge, big 3D immersion dome. And we wanted to incorporate 3D in some kind of aspect, kind of virtual reality type of thing, because that's kind of where, you know, it's been heading down that path for quite a while, and just to show people some of the amazing things that are kind of already in place that they might not even know about.
That sounds pretty amazing. I'm kind of sad though that Oya won't be there because I have been a pretty big fan of theirs since the first time I've heard about them.
Yeah, we saw a couple of them, and we have a couple of developers that were actually working on a few games that were using it. Um, but I mean, this is something that like I said, it's going to be a DC staple. It's going to be coming around every year, so hopefully, we can incorporate them in the next year.
That would be nice. Now, I saw that you have a free arcade.
I'm sorry.
You guys also have a free arcade?
Yes, a free-to-play arcade room. We what we wanted to do was kind of make it a kind of like a walkthrough through time to kind of say, hey, you start off with the arcades and then you go through the Atari, Sega Genesis, so we got a whole bunch of classic consoles and some of the new, I don't want to say newer ones, but we go up to about the Xbox 360 and the PS3. But yeah, we're gonna have a free to play area. It's gonna be pretty big and pretty cool.
That's going to be nice. I know that should be a big, how do you say, slam dunk win with a free arcade. A lot of people love to arcades.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's gonna be there's gonna be so much to do there. We've got the Air Force coming out with the flight simulator. They're gonna have like a really extreme setup. But I'm sure the lines for that are gonna be kind of like wrapped around the convention hall probably twice. So if you're waiting in line for that, you're like, I'll come back and check that out later. You can definitely stop by the free to play arcade and hang out there and just play some games for a little bit. Sit down for a spell or two.
Now, you guys have the city of Washington, D.C. behind you.
Definitely. The city of DC has been extremely helpful, giving us a lot of assistance with the marketing, and we're actually, going to have we're it's still finalizing with the mayor to make sure that he's going to be there for the ribbon cutting. So far it looks like it's going to happen, but you know how these government officials are. I mean, something can happen last minute, and I think a city crisis will trump our convention. So if he can't make it because he's got something else more important to do, I completely understand. But right now we've got him on the books as coming. So hopefully nothing crazy happens between now and then, and he'll be there to do the ribbon cutting.
Well, I hope he does make it. That would be amazing to actually have a mayor there to help out.
Yeah, definitely. Cut the ribbon and kind of inaugurate the whole thing. And like I said, this is going to be coming to DC every year, right around the same time in the summer months, August, maybe late July, and yeah, hopefully, with the next mayor will do the same thing, and the mayors after him.
That would be nice that they stay involved like that.
Yeah.
Now, you have a band or two there. Am I correct?
Uh, yeah. We've got the Triforce Quartet, which, if you don't know who they are an amazing string quartet, and they play video game music. They've done several other events. I'm not sure they were at AwesomeCon, but I know that they do MagFest. And yeah, they just go out and they play video game music, and it's in a classical style, so it sounds pretty amazing. And then we've also got the Taiko drummers, which will be coming out and doing a performance as well. And they're if you don't know, they are those traditional Japanese drummers that come out and just play some amazing stuff. So yeah, so you'll be definitely be surprised at how we incorporate them into a show.
That is cool. I really love the gaming music. I have a few nerdy rappers that come onto my show.
Oh really?
Yeah, one of them is Sky Blue, and he's performed at several different cons around the area, and he just got done doing a tour with Megaron, who's another nerdy rapper, um, who is sponsored by the company that made Mega Man.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I have my protege, who's another local nerdy rapper. Me myself, when I'm gaming, I rather listen to that type of music instead of hardcore metal.
Oh, I guess for me it all depends on what game I'm playing. I like to hear what's happening in the game. If it's like if it's something like The Last of Us, I definitely got to hear what's going on.
Right? Is there anything particular that you would like us to know about?
I mean, it's like I've been saying all along. This is going to be a an amazing show. And like it's going to be coming every year. We've got a lot of things going on that a lot of people can check out. We just got the video game, the movie. It's a documentary about video games that was done by Zach Braff. We're going to be showing that movie as well, twice a day for the convention. So if you get a chance, you could go in there and check it out. We're trying to do something. We're trying to do something really special for that, and I don't want to give it away. Um, but yeah, but so far I'll just say that we've got that movie playing, and it's going to be an amazing event. I mean, there's going to be so much stuff that people could come and check out for both days. And we'll be selling tickets on Friday night from 2 to 6, and that way you could purchase your tickets and get everything you need to get out the way. Even if you purchase them online, you could just come with your receipt, with your online receipt, and then you could pick up your badge and your wristband. And then when Saturday comes around, you could just walk right in, and you don't have to you don't have to wait in line for anything. So we're trying to not have people wait in line all day for tickets. So if you already pre-purchased tickets, you can come and get them on Friday between 2 to 6 at the convention center.
Now, how much are your tickets?
$40. They're $40 for a day, and then we've got various tickets. We've got the Fast Pass. We've got VIP tickets, which allow you into the VIP lounge, where you can hang out with some of the celebrities that we've got coming down for the celebrity gaming event. And also keep in mind that $1 from every ticket sold is going to be going to the Children's National Hospital. And so yeah, definitely hope you guys can come in and support that.
Wow, that's pretty decent that you guys are donating some money as well.
Yeah, we're not, Curtis and I are big believers in giving back, and we're trying to make an experience for the attendees, but we also want to help out the exhibitors, and then, if we can help out anybody else along the way, then, if it makes sense for us to step in and do so, then we'll do so.
Now, I do appreciate, by the way, I wanted to say thank you and let you know how much I appreciate the chance of having a table at your con and being able to do live interviews there.
Oh, I mean, it's like I said, we're trying to make it an experience. So you being there would just add to that. So yeah, and I appreciate you uh, you know giving us time to speak on your show. And sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. I know we started late, so I hope that doesn't give your fans your listeners a bad impression of me.
Oh, I'm sure it won't. I've been doing this for 2.5 years now, and they're kind of used to me having the technical difficulties. I mean, it's either, the website that I was using wouldn't connect or wouldn't refresh. Um, the site was down. My computer wanted to, go on the blitz at the time. So it's something that they're used to it.
Oh, those things happen.
And I know I'm a little bit late in responding, but I'm still trying to get into groups and let people know that we're live.
Oh, that's fine. That's great. Let them know that we're here.
Now, there's going to be a COD ghost tournament. And if I'm not mistaken, you can have a chance to win up to 20K.
Yes, that is correct. It's a 4v4 Call of Duty Ghost tournament, and like you said, it's a $20,000 cash prize. So if you haven't been practicing, definitely hit the game up and start practicing.
Now, that's a lot of cash.
It is, and it's going to be split up between the teams. So it's a winner take all style of event. So you and your three buddies can get a chance to have to worry about who's going to get $20,000. Who's going to how you guys going to split that up? That's a definitely a good problem to have.
Yeah, a problem I wouldn't mind having.
Well, tell me about it.
The stuff that I could do for the show with that. It would be amazing.
Oh yeah, can you imagine?
Too bad I can't talk my son into taking the weekend off. Now, do you play Ghost?
I used to when I had time. I have no time to do pretty much anything right now, so I don't play as much video games as I used to. But this is kind of like my passion is video games. I love playing video games.
Now, I'm trying to get back to your site. So I see that you have a lot of big sponsors behind you, like CBS Radio, um, you do the CBS Baltimore channel.
Oh yeah, yeah. CBS has been great with supporting us and playing our ads on the radio. Just it's several different radio stations that we have. I mean, if you check out our page, it's so much on there. And we've got DC United, we've got the Washington Nationals. They're all going to be at our convention, and they've all provided us with a lot of support as well. So yeah, it's they it's kind of surprising to see how people are willing to help you guys out. And I kind of like that. It's been a great experience.
Now, what type of vendors do you have? Do you know?
As far as like exhibitors or like video game folks, is that what you mean, or people selling stuff?
People selling stuff, and then we'll get into other stuff.
I'm not sure exactly who's selling what. I mean, we've got like I said, a lot of vendors. So I don't know if they're going to be actually selling, or even the exhibitors, even the developers that are out there. I'm sure if they want to, they can sell their games, but I don't know if what they're going to be presenting is going to be in a beta version or if it's going to be something that they can sell right there on the spot. So it really all depends on them.
Now, do you know if you're going to have any comic book creators there?
We are gonna have a little indie artist kind of alley or booth. So we've got a couple of artists that are gonna be there. My good friend Eric Suggs from Artway Alliance. He's an amazing guy, and he's definitely gonna be out there showcasing some of the artists that he works with. So what he does is he puts on these summer camp for kids where they get to learn about what it takes to make a comic book. And he takes their passion for comic books, and he'll turn it into something that they can take away. So at the beginning of the course, they start to learn the infrastructure about how to make comic books, like the elements that you need in order to make the comic book. And then at the end of the course, I think I'm not sure how long it is, but at the end of the course, they actually walk away with their own comic book that they created, which is pretty cool.
Wow,
Yeah, and
that's amazing.
yeah, and he works. He knows a lot of artists that are have done work for Marvel and some other major comic book companies.
That's pretty amazing. That
And
I really love the fact when somebody gets involved with the children and try to grow their grow them into their yeah, my tongue. Try to get them to develop more than just the typical stuff that you do at camp. Like,
yeah, I mean he recognizes that sometimes parents don't appreciate the hobbies that their children are into. So it's like they have a passion for comic books. Well, how can you turn that passion into something productive? As opposed to ignoring it and letting probably an extremely talented child not hone their skills at drawing or illustrating or writing or something to that effect.
now, how many people are you expecting to come to the con?
Between 20 to 25,000. I mean, like I said, with the assistance from all these different groups that we've been working with, from Events DC to Destination DC, Washington Nationals, DC United, CBS Radio, all those folks that have been that are sponsoring us have been spreading the word along their network. So we've got a lot of positive responses from folks.
Well, that's good that you have a lot of positive responses coming, and that helps a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean we were at even when we were at AwesomeCon, I got to experience it myself. I was manning the booth at AwesomeCon and you know, handing out flyers and letting people know that we're coming. And you know, I don't think there was one person that said, "Hey, this is a dumb idea." You know, it was like everybody was like extremely excited and just happy to say, "Hey, oh my God, finally, you know, a video game convention in DC." You know.
Now, do you have any suggestions for anybody who is trying to start a con?
Start, you know, planning early. You know, just make sure you've got all your ducks in a row. It is extremely time consuming. It is extremely it's a lot of hard work. I mean, anything that's good in life, I guess, anything that you can get that's good in life is gonna take some hard work and sacrifice. And you know, I can tell you about the hard work and the sacrifices. You know, I live on, you know, 3 to 4 hours of sleep. So which hopefully after the convention I can get, you know, some decent sleep. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of planning. And you know, it's a lot of a lot of moving pieces and elements that you need to keep track of.
Now, I know that you're hoping to have it in DC area every year. Are you guys still planning to spread out a little bit and go to a couple of other states?
Again, if it's, you know, if it makes sense, then we'll definitely do it. I think what I'd like to see is turn this into a well-oiled machine where we could, you know, it's like, okay, putting on a con isn't as um, time consuming as it is now. You know, we just gotta get it through and work out all the kinks, and then once we work out all the kinks, then we could just, you know, see about doing it somewhere else where there are fans that would want for us to be there. You know, I'm not, I wouldn't want to go somewhere where I'm not invited. So you know, the people want us there, then we'll show up and we'll put on a great show.
Well, I'm sure you would be more than invited here at North Carolina. We have, and I just really found this out in the past few years. We have a lot of the gaming industries right here in North Carolina.
I know. We were Curtis and I were out there for ECGC, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the name, yeah. Or EGEC. I forget how it breaks down, but yeah, there was a video game convention that he and I went to in Raleigh. And it was pretty cool. We had a good time. Beautiful area too, by the way.
Thank you. Now, was that back in May?
You know, again, like I said, lack of sleep
Yeah.
has its issue. So all the days run into to all the days run in together to me. So I can't even remember how long ago that was. It feels like forever ago. I know it was hot out, so maybe it wasn't that long ago.
Now, I have pages that share the shows.
Uh-huh.
So if you don't mind, I'm going to take a few seconds to say thank you to them and give them a shout out.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. The first page is Love Your Cosplay Body, Digital Mutations, I Flashbang Your Boyfriend, I Fucking Love Video Games, Nate's Gaming Corner, Intergalactic Geek Alliance, Geek Club, The Batman Cave by Intergalactic Geek Alliance, Avengers Mansion by Intergalactic Geek Alliance, a cosplay page by the name of Chula, Pursuit of Nerdiness, and 360 Xbox Gamers Players. That one's a tongue twister. I'm sorry. Xbox 360 Bars players group. Also shared it in there's some groups that allow me to share in them, and I said that I would go ahead and give them shout outs also because I feel extremely privileged being able to share in these groups. It's video game developers, indie game developers, Dragon Con, cosplay, Facebook Comic Con, urban writers, and that's it right there. Then, were you able, or do you know if Evie was able to share the show on any pages? And if so, do you want to give them a shout out?
I'm sure she did. I just don't know which ones she is a member of. So I'd have to ask her, but she's not nearby me right now. So I'm sorry if we miss anybody, any shout outs that we should be giving.
Well, I'll message her and have her send me them, and I will share them on my pages.
Cool.
Now, is there anybody that you would like to personally give a shout out to?
I mean, personally, me, everybody that's been extremely helpful to us in putting this show together. I mean, the names are escaping me right now, and it's just a long list. Regardless of, I would have to we'd have to get another show in to do so because there's just been like I said, a lot of people see the vision that we have and what we want to do, and they all agree that it's a great time to do so. It's a great place, and it's going to be a great show. But we've had so much support, especially Evie, and that's my wife, Curtis's wife, Faith. They've been troopers in this because they do a lot of the stuff that we can't do, though we don't have the time. So they've been extremely supportive in seeing that we can't give them as much time as we'd like to because we're too busy working, and they've been more than understanding for that. So without that kind of support behind you, I think you kind of it's a battle that is going to be like fighting an uphill battle. So, but yeah, we've had a lot of supporters,
So Evie's your wife?
Yeah. She's my wife.
She is an amazing person.
Oh, thank you. I think she's pretty cool.
She has been such a big help to me.
Oh, really? I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff that I mean. She interfaces with the people online and on social media. She handles a lot of that part, those parts of it that we can't get to because we're too busy doing some other stuff that's is also important. All of this, every aspect. I like to treat every aspect of this as being equally important, and interfacing with people online and social media is important. They need to know that there's people back here and what we're doing, and that we're trying our best to put on an amazing show for everybody.
Well, after the con, I just might steal her for a few months.
No.
I love how she really reaches out there to pages and to people.
Yeah, she does. She does a lot of great work. I mean, she does so many things for the company. So does Curtis's wife Faith. They all like I said, we've had like so many supporters between friends and family, and then the companies that we've been working with as well. They've just been so helpful.
Now, do you have a motel that's worked with you for your guests and for your followers to come and stay at?
Yes, we just closed up this deal with the Cambria Suites, so it's real close to the convention center, and they're offering us a great rate. I can't remember. I think it's $139, I believe, for a room, which in DC is amazing. And then we're also working with Uber. They're going to be offering some great deals with a promo code for VGU. So if you wanted to drive, get around in the city, you could just use the promo code. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's going to be VGU, and you can get I think some money off of your ride there.
Oh wow, so you even have car service to help out.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, like for instance, for you, for instance, you're going to be coming in from out of town. You could definitely get the Uber app, and then you can have somebody scoop you up and take you wherever you need to go. And with the promo code of VGU, you should be good to go.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's just one example of some of this, like the support that these companies have been giving us, and their willingness to work with us. I think it's been great.
I think it is great. I wish more companies would do that. It'd be easier to get around unknown cities.
Yeah.
Now, if there's nothing more that you would like to add, I'm, and if it's okay with you, I'm going to go ahead and end the show.
Sure,
Um,
sure. The only thing I would say is, just keep tabs on our website. Like I said, we're going to be making a lot more announcements here in the coming days. So check the Facebook, check the website for new updates of people that might be coming. Like I said, we had we're still trying to work out this deal for um, uh, how we're going to incorporate this other thing for that video games, the movie. It's a documentary, and we have it posted on our website, so you can watch a little preview of it. It's an amazing movie, but we're trying to work something out with that as well. So yeah, definitely stay tuned to the Facebook and website for any kind of last minute updates.
Now, do you want to go ahead and give out your Twitter accounts and your website name so that people can find you more easily?
Sure, it's www.vgu-con.com, or you can just Google VGU, you'll find it. Um, Same thing for Twitter, it's at VGU_con. And if you go to our website, you'll be able to find out all our social media sites as well. We've got links to them all.
And I'll make sure to share the website on
Perfect.
all of my pages for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. I really do appreciate you taking the time out and coming on to the show.
I appreciate you having us. I mean, you're doing great things for us, and I really appreciate you spreading the word and letting your audience know that what's taking place in DC here.
Anytime, anything that you have that you need to share, Evie knows that she can just contact me and I'll get it on all of the pages.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for that.
Anytime. And I look forward to being able to interview you live again at the con.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure we're going to be stopping by. Curtis and I are going to be stopping by everybody's booth. First day of the con, just to kind of introduce ourselves, say hi, and see if you guys need anything, and just make sure everything is, the way it's supposed to be. Because as much as this is an experience for the gamer, the attendee, it's an experience for you guys as well. So we want to make sure you guys have a good time, so you guys can come back again next year.
Well, I look forward to meeting you all in person.
Same here.
And again, thank you for being on the show. I hope you have a great night.
Same to you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And this is Lady Rage signing off.